Welcome back to Design Bundle's YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Crystal. Today I'm going to show you guys how to use craft mockups inside of Procreate. So let's go ahead and get started. Craft mockups is going to allow us to create a design without actually having to take the picture. So for example, we're going to start with a Bella Canvas t-shirt. You could get mockups in all sorts of different brands, colors of t-shirts, types of t-shirts, from t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, all sorts of different things. Pillows, you can do mugs. These mockups allow you to have a super nice picture without having to spend a ton of money on photography or trying to really get those photos just right. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do that right here inside of Procreate, so that way you guys can use those for your social media, maybe Etsy, and things like that. So let's go ahead and start off with bringing in one of our mockups. So we're going to go ahead and start with a Bella Canvas mockup here. The first thing that we want to do is come right over here to our wrench, click on this. We want to make sure from the actions that the add is in blue. So we've got add highlighted here. So then you're going to go ahead and either insert a file or insert a photo. So I'm going to go ahead and hit insert a file, and then my file is right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on it. So it says imported. And then at this point, I'm going to go ahead and size it down where I want it, kind of stretch that out a little bit, and that looks good. So when you do that, you want to make sure that it says uniform, so that way everything goes correctly and it's not freeform and gets out of whack at all. So make sure when you do that and you get this where you want it, that the uniform is highlighted. Now that we have our mockup ready to go, let's go ahead and bring in our design. So we're going to do that same thing. We're going to hit the wrench, make sure that add's ready. We're going to hit insert a file, and then now we're going to go ahead and find the file that we're going to use today. Today I'm using the huge bundle. There is an SVG, PNG, all built inside of one big huge bundle. So I'm using the PNG set right now, and there's tons of them as you can see. I'm going to go inside of this inspirational quotes bundle, and then the one that I am using is right here. So we're going to go ahead and click on it. And then now what you can do is just kind of pinch it like this to size it down and get it about where you want it. So you just want to make it look kind of realistic. When it comes to mock-ups, you want to make it just a little bit bigger so people can see it. All right, so as you guys can see there, it is super duper easy to bring in your mock-ups right here inside of Procreate and bring in your design. So you can do all of those things right here inside of Procreate. Now say for example, when I make this design that I sell on my Etsy, this is actually in a different color. So how can we change that here? So what I want to do now is we're going to select it. So I've got this piece selected. I'm going to come over here to my colors tab. Say for example, I'm going to have it with this pink. I'm going to go ahead and grab it and drop it right there. So I can go ahead and fill in all of those pieces that I need to, that's going to be with this pink. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to do that now. And just like that, you guys can change the colors to any of these pieces. So for example, say I want person to be blue, I want this little stem here to be green. I would continue to grab those colors and just drop it right inside. Now I'm going to show you guys how to adjust the layer. So say for example, you want to show the texture of your shirt on the design. What you're going to do is click on your layers. I have my design selected here on this one, and we're going to hit this in. From here, we're going to scroll down until we see hard light just like that. And as you guys can see, it just looks a whole lot better. So that's how you guys are going to adjust your layers. All right, so let's go ahead and try this one more time using a mug so I can show you the warp tool. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go back over here to our wrench. We're going to go back to insert a file. We're going to go back over to our folders here, and we're going to search for our mug. So it's right here. We're going to go ahead and bring that in, get this situated where I want it to be. All right, so now that we have brought in our craft mock-up, as you guys can see here, this really nice mug, let's go ahead and put a design on it. We're going to go back up here to our wrench, and we're going to go back to insert a file. And so let's go ahead and go back to that huge bundle. So we're going to scroll down till we can find it right here. And this time, let's go down to the unicorn bundle, which is right here. And then we are simply going to bring in this one right here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pinch it again just to kind of bring this down to size, about like this. Now that we have our design on our mug, let's go ahead and use the warp tool, which is right here. We're just going to go ahead and click on this and click advanced mesh right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab these little blue dots and we're just going to go ahead and bring them up to the edge of the mug. Just like so. And that's how easy it is to use the warp tool. So if you want to go ahead and adjust the size there, you're just going to go back to uniform. And then from here, we can size this just like so. So now that I've showed you guys how to use the mock-ups, how to bring the designs in, use the warp tool and all of those things, how do we save these? How do we export these to our, tablet to save as a file that we can either sell or maybe we can upload to Etsy and things like that? So now what we want to do is go back over to our wrench. We're going to click on this here. And from here, we're going to click share. So you can now save this as, PDF, JPEG, PNG, whatever you would like. So say, for example, I want this to be a PNG. I can click on it here. From here, we're going to go ahead and click Save Image. It's going to ask for access to our photos. We're going to hit OK. So now this has been saved right inside of our photos. I can upload this to Facebook, Instagram, my website, Etsy, things like that. So that's how easy it is to use your mockups right here inside of Procreate. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.